Sorry, I didn't mean to get all really upset. Omar,
Oh, hey Eric.
what's up, dude?
Oh, cool. Let me just mute the video real quick.
Sure, no sweat.
Okay. Hey, big Mega64 fan.
Cool, right on.
This is my second time calling. I called Rocco earlier this week.
Right on.
I mean, I just enjoy watching like the chemistry between you guys.
Thank
So
you.
I want to know like what's the nicest thing that someone in the Mega64 crew has done for you? Just like
Well, Garrett lets me live with him, so that's good. That's nice of him to do. I mean, I have to pay him rent,
Yeah,
but
I mean-
it's nice of him to let me do that. Honestly, if I had to pick one thing, and don't tell him I said this, but it would probably be Sean asking me to be a groomsman in his wedding. Was probably the nicest thing anyone has done for me. I think I like that. That meant a lot to me, because to be involved in someone's wedding is like, hey man, you're not gonna fuck this up, and I really trust you, and I really care about you, and it's like, oh, that's really cool of you to do. Thank you very much.
You didn't just expect it though, like at a point where it's like
No,
probably
no, not at all. Because Sean has so many people that he can ask to be groomsmen in his wedding.
Yeah.
Like there's Mega64, but then he has other friends. You know, his brother, his friend Kevin. He has his friend Jonathan, and it's like these people are all so close to him that it's like it's so nice that he thought to ask me to be in his wedding.
Yeah.
So, but don't tell him I said that,
Yeah,
because he'll get mad. He'll call me names. He'll call me pussy, and he'll kick sand right in my eyes.
The other thing I want to ask was, you know, do you remember the time when Derek didn't know like where the clitoris was and stuff like that?
That sentence is so fucking funny. you know the time when Derek didn't know where the clitoris was and stuff.
And the time where he thought that one group was like a satire video, like you remember that, like those moments where it's like he's so sure of himself and like how do you guys like respond when he does that? Like when he's so sure of himself about a specific topic, but he just like completely is completely off. Like
I don't know. Usually he's not off base, but when he is, I don't know. What do? You just kind of roll with it, and you go like,
yeah.
Oh yeah, is that how it is? Okay, cool. Okay, yeah, great, man. Way to go. Right on. You just you let him. I don't know. I think I enjoy letting people dig a hole for themselves. I don't think Derek does that the most. Not at all. He hardly does it ever.
But when he does it, it's like
it is very funny.
Thing.
The close up when everyone finds out that the article about the Ouya is satire, and it's a close up on Derek's face.
Yeah,
that is hilarious.
Right.
But those are the moments. You know, we have so many moments that are like really funny and like triumphant, but then the shit moments where you just go, "Oh, we fucked up." I think those are twice. Yeah, that right there. I think those moments are twice as funny than anything that we do on purpose. He's so. That is the realization that we've talked like idiots.
Yeah. Oh God! I want there to be a shirt. Like Rocco said, there should be a shirt with him saying like Derek Acosta satisfying the ladies. I think it should be that picture should be like on the shirt. And
I really like that moment, the Ouya thing, where we all realize it's satire, and then it's quiet for a second, and then Sean goes, "You realize the irony here, right?" That line delivered so dry is so funny. Oh, that was great.
God, that was amazing. Mm-hmm. What was with that? Some like Let's Player was like he thought like Todd and Aaron was like a serious thing or something.
I guess I don't know. Hey, I'm 27. I don't keep up with people on the internet that I don't know anything about. I don't give a shit. I don't care about most people's opinions. So when people are like, "Yeah, but this guy has a YouTube channel," it's like, then I doubly don't care.
Yeah, do you keep up with any like bigger group or anything like?
I don't.
Like,
not at all. I don't go on YouTube almost ever now.
Oh, okay.
YouTube used to be a really cool place to hang out, and now it is a place that is not cool to hang out, and there are ads on everything, and the comments are all fucked up, and it's shooting itself in the foot, and I don't really understand why.
I can't even comment anymore because it's like you have to get a Google Plus account, or it's
Yep.
like I don't really want one, and then they're like, no, you have, and then even like thumbs upping and liking a comment, anything like that, and that's the perfect strategy, honestly, because it's like, well, we're gonna change something so dramatically, and if the people the people who like agree to the change, then they're gonna be hypocrites because it's like, oh, well, you already got the Google Plus account, so you can't
Yep.
complain about it on YouTube. So it's like they completely silenced the opposition, which
Yep.
like for a business level, that's like that's like genius.
They,
Like, that's
they were
like,
really smart, and people are going to be upset, and then post videos on YouTube about how upset they are. So, and then Google will monetize it and make more money off of it. Google has always been a company that's like, do no evil, and then the last 2 years, I don't know that they're like doing evil, but it's just like, what's with all the fucking missteps?
All the shady
and I'm not
shit,
going to get,
yeah.
I can't get mad at them. What am I going to do? Get mad at a corporation? You're making money, you fucks. Like, what do you stomp your feet? I don't like it. Bring Futurama back. Like, what's the point? It's fruitless, and you just go about your day, because if that's the biggest problem in your life, I don't know, go somewhere else.
Yeah, it's like with like there's so much shit in the world, like with the shit with the Ukraine right now, and it's like so many people are distracted
Right.
by like all these little problems that have no significance whatsoever in the history of the world.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I'm sure most people don't know what's going on in Kiev, but
Yeah.
whatever.
And I bet the government loves this because it's like, well, they're not gonna bug us about any of this crap. They're just gonna focus on like little things that don't really matter, like what sports team's gonna win, what show got canceled, and it's like none of that when it gets down to it, it's like none of that really matters.
Yeah,
But,
it doesn't. But I don't know. And then people start talking about government stuff or whatever. I'm like, that doesn't matter either. Live your life. Have a good time. It doesn't.
yeah,
Who gives a shit? I'm not.
I guess yeah. What can you do?
Hey, if you want to overthrow the government, let's fucking do it. Let's go nuts. But at the same time, it's like you lead the charge, because I'm complacent.
And that's probably not going to happen here. Like, even if the NSA is spying on us and all that stuff, like, this country's still pretty great, honestly. Like, I've been to other countries, and it's like, it's
Right.
and you like this is still like my home, and it's like even when I was in Germany, like things were just so different, and it's there were like kids smoking who were like 12, and that was like, so, I'm not kidding. There was a kid who looked like a white Sir Mix-a-Lot, and he was just like in complete like bling and everything, smoking on the street. He was 12 years old, and he was like really fat too, and he was just like smoking.
Jesus.
And I was just like to my cousin, I was like, "Is that normal?" And he's like, "Yeah." It's like what? Like, there's nothing wrong with that.
Yeah, it's weird. That's I went to a bar today for lunch, like a bar and grill, and we sat out on the patio because San Diego, it's been like 75, 76 degrees every day. It's been like super nice.
Yeah.
And so I went and got lunch at this place, and there was a guy smoking a cigarette in the patio bar, like just outside, but like inside like the bar patio, and it was like, you're not supposed to do that. There are ashtrays, so I guess he was allowed to, but I just kept going, he's not supposed to do that here. He's not supposed to do that here. Oh no, I guess you can. I guess you can do that because you're outside. It's weird going to Vegas and people smoke inside. That freaks me out.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know though. Like with the smoking thing, like my uncle used to smoke a lot, but it's like if you own a restaurant, then it's kind of your right to decide if somebody can smoke there or not. And if like I don't know, it's just I
don't want anyone to smoke. Why the fuck are people smoking cigarettes? What are you doing? What the fuck are you doing smoking cigarettes? To what benefit?
I mean, why do people eat lousy though? Like that, like honestly, like if you eat terrible food, that's way worse probably than smoking cigarettes.
I don't think it's way worse than smoking cigarettes, but I think I understand it could be comparable, but with eating food, you're taking in sustenance to continue living.
Yeah.
If you're smoking a cigarette, to what benefit?
Just people say like stress and all that stuff, and like just because like they work, like a lot of people work 9 to 5 jobs, they don't really have a time to just like go to vacation or anything like that, and they just like that little cigarette 15-minute break is just the thing that can. I'm not trying to defend. I'm just
no, I understand. I'm just saying that like
I
don't know. Smoke weed or something. Like, what are you doing smoking cigarettes?
Yeah.
What the fuck? To what like cigarettes don't get you high.
Yeah.
They just like, oh yeah, you're addicted to like the nicotine. Yeah. So have like a nicotine lozenge. But then you're addicted to nicotine lozenges.
Yeah.
I don't know. Smoking's always funny to me. But who the fuck am I to talk? Because I enjoy a cigar from time to time. And what the fuck is the point of a cigar? That's even more.
Isn't that like the same thing, though?
No, it's like not the same thing at all. Like you're not supposed to inhale a cigar.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, I got like really sick doing that one time.
Huh.
Yeah, but
Yep.
if you have a cigar and like a nice port wine, like a Spanish port wine, and it's a little sugary, it's really it's nice.
It's pretty cool. So speaking of things that like you don't find out about till later, like I didn't know about the cigar thing until just now. I thought you always like. I thought I was like, but what was one thing that you like you probably shouldn't have learned? You probably should have learned later. Like Derek with the clip, like you probably should have learned that earlier in life. But like what's one thing that you should have like learned like that you just like learned when you were like in your 20s or something?
Drugs aren't as bad as Dare makes them out to be.
Yeah,
That would be the thing that I learned really late in life.
Like yeah.
I don't know. I go to where I work outside of like this grocery store that I go to. Sometimes I grab like a salad out for like lunch or something. There's a guy who's been posted up there with like a little table and like his little pamphlets. He's like, "Hey man, need your signature on the way out." And I just go, "Okay." And then I start walking out and he goes, "Yeah man, help get Dare back into schools." I'm like, no, I keep walking because what am I going to do? Like, I'm not going to be the guy who stands there and goes, "Actually, I don't agree with Dare being in school." Like, I don't know. Come on.
And then everyone's going to say, "Oh, like he wants to sell drugs to kids," or like something, or something stupid, or it's like they just like completely like straw man your like your point of view. And
it's drugs aren't as bad as everyone makes them out to be. Yeah, they can ruin lives if you maybe have an addictive personality or you go too far, or if that's all you do. But
I just wish they were honest with the kids, and it's like, well, like just like, well, are drugs bad for you? Well, like weed is like, it can get you addicted to it. It won't. It's probably like cigarettes. Like they could say like cigarettes are worse for you, but like when I was in Dare, they didn't really like they would focus on drugs so much. Like alcohol and like smoking was never really talked about too much. But it's like if you think about it, that's like honestly that kills more people than drugs do.
I think they just made everything seem harder than it all was, and like everything was a gateway to another thing.
Yeah. Marijuana, the gateway drug.
Yeah, it's whatever. It's just I guess that's what you have to. Hey, it worked for me when I was a kid. I didn't do shit.
Yeah.
But that was also for fear that my dad would just like destroy me. So I didn't. I was pretty straight laced. I was like really straight laced. I didn't drink till I was like 21.
Oh, what's the craziest thing you've done then? Like when you were a kid, when you were in your teens?
Oh, I'm not. When I was in like high school.
Yeah, like when you're like.
I mean, I didn't do like the crazy shit that we did was like jackass type videos.
Yeah.
Jumping off of cars into bushes and like breaking into like abandoned Kmarts and stupid shit like that. That was like the worst that we did. Go play Nintendo 64 and then think about like, oh, let's film a video like this. That would be funny.
Yeah.
That's it.
And honestly, that's the habit like parents probably would like tolerate to have. Like I'd rather like you guys were just hanging out, having fun, and rather than like.
My parents were super cool with me making videos too. My parents were always really supportive. We would always we'd film at like my parents' house or whatever, and then like ask my dad to be in stuff, and he was always super cool with it and everything. Yeah, it was nice. So.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah, it was cool. My parents were always really cool about that stuff.
Okay.
Yep.
Oh, also like one of the things I just want to say, one of the things that I didn't learn about until later in life was that Power Rangers was 2 different shows.
Dude, I didn't learn about that until like a couple of fucking years ago. I had no idea.
Was Rocco the one who told it?
I learned it from. Because I had no idea.
I was like that, and I went to tell my brother, and he was just like, "Are you a fucking idiot? Like, why do you?"
Yeah, I know. It's so mind blowing when you learn it, but then when you tell other people, people go, "Yeah, it was 2 fucking different shows. Are you an idiot?" And I was like, "Yeah, I guess I'm an idiot."
It's because you believe in the magic so much, and then it's like, look, it's like, why do you think Rita's voice was always like, "Yes, Power Rangers"?
When I was a kid, like the Power Rangers movie was coming out, they had at the McDonald's down the street from my house. They had a bunch of people dressed up like Power Rangers, and they had like really good-looking suits, like Power Ranger suits. And I was like so excited to tell people that I met the Power Rangers. I was a fucking stupid kid. I was dumb. I was a dumb kid.
Oh my god! You know, my cousin actually got to meet the Power Rangers when they were in their prime because they do a lot of stuff for Make-A-Wish, and like they're really like so it was Tommy, Kimberly, and Billy. They went to his hospital in full costume, dressed
awesome.
up. Yeah, and he bragged about that till the day he died. And he was like he had their signed hat, and I was so jealous of him. And it was insane. It was insane, like how like that was like his thing. Like when he was 5 years old, that was the thing he wanted more than anything in the world, and he got it, which is like to me like that. It's really cool how much they do for it. Like they visit a kid, I think every week.
Yeah. I think the Make-A-Wish stuff is really really cool. I think that's I think if you get involved with Make-A-Wish and you have that ability to like do that stuff, that has to be so. That has to be such a melancholy experience. It has to be so hard, but so gratifying because somebody wants to meet you and hang out with you. That like that's like their wish, and you like meet them and you just go like, this is like what a fucked up situation that like they have no control over. Yeah. But being able to go and do that is like, wow, that's like really, really impressive.
It like my like thing I want to do now is just go to a Comic-Con or something and like find the Rangers he met and ask them if they kind of remember, because there's a picture they took together too.
I wouldn't even ask them if they remembered. I would just thank them for what they did, because that's such a cool thing. Because if you ask them like, hey, do you remember this? I mean, they probably did so many, it's hard to put them like you're putting them on the spot. But if you go, hey, I don't know if you remember this, but look, you did this many years ago, and I just want to let you know like how much that meant to me and my family and all this stuff. Because I'm sure it meant a lot. I'm sure it meant so much, and I think that's really, really, really cool. Yeah,
but like even if they just like if they remember anything about like just anything about meeting, because like like when a kid dies, like nobody really remembers him. Like it's like their family and their friend, and like the kids cut like and it's, like that's it. Like people now who like meet me, like and they like I like talk about my cousin a lot like to them, and it's like they have no context of who he was or like what he did in like, and it's like. It like so if somebody who like actually met him even for a little bit remembers him, that to me just like makes me like go nuts. Like I would just like,
that's so cool.
Yeah,
that's nice. That's really cool, man. Wow, so, we got heavy. The end of this call got like heavy. We were talking about like Derek and clits, and then we got like heavy at the end.
Dude, Eric, you need to be in front of the camera more.
No,
like,
I want to be behind the camera. I just did this because it was Saturday night. I know no one's been on for a little while, so I wanted to hop on and talk to some people. Yeah. So.
God.
Cool. Yeah. Well, hey, man, thank you very much for your call. We got a podcast tomorrow, so watch the podcast.
Yeah, just last thing. Sorry it took a lot of time. Really big fan. Want to stress that a lot. Love you guys. You guys make me smile every week.
Thanks, man.
I never really call them. I never really called. This is like the first week I ever called. So, and it's been great. Like, conversation with Rocco was great, and with you, it's great. This is like, I don't know. It's like. I like that you guys can like. It's like you're like you can meet every fan, not just like the Make-A-Wish kid, like every single people.
Cool, thanks, man. Like, well, hey, come out to a convention and say hey, and we'll shake hands and take a picture for sure.
That'd be fucking awesome.
Right on, dude. Hey, thank you for your call, dude. Take it easy. Have a good one.
You too.
Right on.
Eric.
Later, brother.
Bye.
That was a really good call. Man, what a good call. What a nice call you just had.